This call is now being recorded.
Okay, so good morning all. So in the last lecture we have started with the new point related to the recording techniques which we have to use in the method study concept. So in that we have started with the type number one, that is charts. So what is the use of that particular chart? How that particular chart plays very important role in order to see the number of operations or the sequence of operation which is carried out while converting the raw material into the finished goods. Okay, and in that particular chart we have started with the type number one, that is operation process chart. That operation process chart is also called as a outline process chart. And also we have discussed one example in the previous section, that is assembly of the axle and the nut. So during the manufacturing, how to manufacture that particular nut, how to manufacture that particular axle, and during the manufacturing or after the manufacturing, how much amount of inspection will be taking place. So in the operation process charts, only two symbols are there. One is the operation and another is the inspection. That means each and every operation, whatever the inspection is taking place, that inspection is also represented by the rectangle, and the whatever the operations are performed, that operations are represented by the circle. So at the center point of that particular symbol, the number is mentioned like 1 2 3 4, like that sequence of operation is mentioned. At the right side of the symbol, the type of operation, whether you are performing drilling or facing or threading or champering, that operation is represented at the right side of the symbol. And whatever the time is required to perform that operation or the time required to perform that particular inspection, that time is represented at the left side. So whatever the previous chart we have discussed, that is operation process charts. So through this particular operation process charts, you will get the overall picture of that particular process, means which type of operation is performed and which types of the inspections are performed. Therefore, through this particular operation process charts, you will get the information only number of operations performed and the type of inspection to be performed. That means you will get only overall picture. But through this particular operation process charts, you will not get the idea related to the where that particular work is going on, whether that work is going on in the production department, or it is in design department, or it is in inspection department, or whether it is in R&D department. So such types of the information you will not get through this operation process charts. In addition to that, who is performing that operations, who is performing that particular inspections, that information also you will not get through this particular operation process charts. Means there is one limitation. So in order to avoid such types of the situations, such types of the limitations, now the next chart is developed, which is called as a flow process chart. So the flow process chart, it is one of the application or it is the extension of operation process charts. So the flow process chart, the name itself suggests that this particular chart, flow process charts, will give the flow of the product, flow of the operator, and the flow of the equipments or the machines. For example, what happen, your product is moving from one machine to the another machine, from second to third, third to fourth, like that the flow will be taking place, and that particular flow is represented by using this particular flow process chart. In addition to that, the operators and the workers, they are also moving from one machine to the another machine, from second to third, third to fourth, like that. So whatever the movement is taking place from one workstation to the another workstation, that is also represented by using this particular flow process charts. And in addition to that, equipments, flow of the equipments or flow of the machines. Initially, machine is doing the drilling operation. After drilling, he is going for the champering. After champering, he is going for the facing. So whatever the sequence of operation is there, that is use of the equipments to produce the product. So that flow is also represented by using this particular flow process chart. So here I have written, it is the indication of sequence of the work of the product or the part. So whatever the sequence of the work is there, maybe initially we are going for the facing, then we are going for the champering, then we are going for this operation, then we are going for the inspection, then we have to take the delay. So whatever the sequence of the work is there, that sequence is represented by using this particular flow process charts. And this flow process chart is the extension of operation process chart, in which operations, inspection, storage, delay, transportations are represented. It is the extension of operation process chart in which type of operation performed, type of inspection, then storage, then delay and transportation. So all those particular activities are represented by using the flow process charts. In operation process charts, only operations and the inspections are represented. In the operation process charts, only operation and inspections are represented. But in case of a flow process charts, along with operation, along with inspection, the storage, if any delays happen in the operation process, the transportation of the material from one location to the another location, all such types of the activities are represented by using the flow process charts. Therefore, it is called as it is the extension or it is the application of operation process chart. And this particular flow process chart is furtherly divided into the three types. So first type is the man type. Man type means it represents the activities performed by the man. So for example, some of the operators, some of the workers are there, they are simultaneously operating some of the machines. Maybe he is handling the machine number 1, he is handling the machine number 2, or sometimes if he is working on the machine, on the single machine, at that time, if he is converting the raw material into the finished goods, he has to perform the number of tasks. For example, he has to take that particular raw material from that particular storage device. He has to hold that particular material in the jaw or in the machine. Then he has to start that particular machine. Then machine is working. After the work is finished, he has to release that particular component from that particular jaw or from that particular machine, and he has to place that particular component to the storage device. That means during the operation, while converting the raw material into the finished goods, whatever the number of activities are performed by the man, all those particular activities are represented by using this particular flow process chart. Similarly, second, material. Material type means it represents the movement of the material. Movement of the material in the sense, machine number 1, machine number 2, machine number 3. Some of the operations are performed on the machine number 1. So all the operations performed on the machine number 1 are represented by using this particular material type of flow process chart. After performing all the operations on the machine number 1, your component, your product is moving to the machine number 2. Again, whatever the number of operations, whatever the number of movements are taking place to the machine number 2 on that particular material, all those particular movements are represented by using the material type. Again, if it is moving to the third machine, fourth machine, sixth machine, so whatever the number of movements are carried out on that particular material, all those material movements are represented in the form of second type, that is material type of flow process chart. And the third type is called as a equipment type. Equipment type means use of equipments in product development. So one equipment is there, one machine is there. If that machine initially, if he is doing the drilling operation, so drilling you have to take at the top. After the drilling, if he is doing the boring operation, then we have to take the boring operation at the second. After the boring, if he is going for the facing, threading, champering, or some final finishing is required. So all the movements performed by the equipments, all the movements performed by the equipments, it will be represented by using this particular equipment type of flow process chart. So these are the three types: man type, material type, and the equipment type. Man type means name itself suggests that whatever the activities performed by the man, it will be represented by the man type of flow process charts. Second, material. Material means your product. Whatever the activities performed by the product while converting it from raw material to the finished goods, all the activities of the material, all the activities of that particular products are represented by the second type, that is material type of flow process charts. And third one is a equipment types. Whatever the number of machines are available, whatever the single equipments are available, so whatever the number of operations are performed on that particular material, but here we need not require the movement performed by the material. We have to focus on the movements taking by that particular equipments or the machines. So all that particular movements taking by that particular equipment or that particular machines are recorded by using this particular equipment type flow process charts. So through this particular flow process charts, you will get the idea related to the distance traveled by the man. if man is moving from one station to the second to third, so how much amount of distance is traveled by that particular man, that distance can be recorded by using this particular flow process charts. In addition to that, this flow process charts is useful to reduce the cycle time. Cycle time means the amount of time is required to convert the raw material into the finished goods. So while converting that particular raw material into the finished goods, number of operations are performed on that particular product. So if any unnecessary operations are observed through that particular flow, so such types of the unnecessary operations can be identified by using this particular flow process charts. Also, this flow process charts helps to combine some of the operations. So some of the operations are there which are performed by using the same machine. So such types of the operations can be performed by using the same machine. So whatever the unnecessary cycle time is there to travel the component from one machine to the another machine, so such types of the unnecessary movements can be eliminated or it can be obtained by using this particular flow process chart. Also, this flow process chart is useful to fix the sequence of operation. To fix the sequence of operation means initially I have to perform this operation, so you have to take at the top. After that, I have to perform this operation, then third one this, then fourth one this, then fifth one this. So whatever the sequence of operation is there, that sequence of operation is also going to fix by using this particular flow process chart. And also, this flow process chart is useful to relocate the inspection stages. That means after performing 3 operations, if I have to go for the inspection, then after 3 operations, we have to go for the inspection. Again, I will perform the 2 operations. After performing the 2 operations, again, if I have to go for the inspection. So wherever the inspections are required, that inspections are also represented by using this particular flow process charts. So these are the 3 types, and whatever the importance are there related to this flow process chart, that is, it is the extension of the operation process charts in which all the movements, operations, inspection, storage, their delay, transportation from one machine to the another machines, all the movements are recorded by using this particular flow process charts. Now we will discuss about this particular all the things with the help of examples. So the first one is the man type. This is the first type of the operation process chart, that is whatever the movements are taking place by that particular man, or it represents the activities of man. Therefore, this chart is called as a man type of the flow process charts. So for that purpose, here I have taken one example, that is inspection of the component. Now here, if I have to go for the inspection of the component, means I have to go for the checking the different types of the dimensions of that particular job. So checking of the dimensions, it will not be taking place automatically. If I have to check the dimension of any component, so what I have to do, I have to take that particular component in one hand, and by using the checking devices, maybe I will take the vernier caliper, I will take the some of the gauges, I will take the some of the standard scales, I will take some another measuring equipments. So inspection of the components, it will be carried out by using the man only. So here I have taken the simple example of whatever the task I have considered, that is inspection of the component. So whatever the chart is in front of you, in that particular chart, whatever the activities performed by the man during the inspection, whatever the activities performed by the man during the inspection, all those activities are represented by using this particular chart. So what is the first symbol you can see here? Transportation. Transportation means the man or that particular worker is moving to that particular transportation, or it will be moved from that particular machine to that particular job. Because if I have to go for the inspection, so first of all I have to go to receive that particular component. Means that movement of that particular man is represented by this particular transportation symbol, or by using the arrow. Arrow represents the transportation, means that particular operator is moving towards that particular job. But it represents that operator or that particular man is moving towards that particular job, or it is moving to receive that particular job for the inspection. Then second, it is represented by the circle and number is given at the center. And what is the movement? Locate the component. So for the inspection purpose, if he has to fix that particular component, that means that man is performing one operation. Which operation? Locating the components on the inspection compartment. Now that operation can be represented by using this particular circle. Then second operation, pick up the components. Second operation, once he has located that particular component, then he has to pick up that particular component, or maybe locate the component means he is taking some of the material handling devices. Initially he moved towards the job, then he has located that particular components in one of the material handling devices. Then second operation is represented by the pick up the components. That means he has taken that particular component from the material handling device, and then again he is moving to the inspection department. Again transportation is there. That means taking the component from one location, he has located that particular component on material handling device, then he has taken that particular component from that material handling device, and by taking that particular component he is moving towards the inspection department. That means now he starts inspection, then operation the component. Now that operator or that particular man, he has to start the inspection of that particular component. So what he will do, he will go for the set the component. That means he will fix the component at one location. And then second, visual inspection. It is represented by the rectangle. Visual inspection means after set the component on that particular workstation, so he will start their inspection. Maybe he will start the inspection, he will take some of the measuring devices, he will take the scale, he will measure the dimensions, then he will take the vernier, he will take the gauges, and he will start their operations. And that all the operations are represented by the next operation, that is operation number 4, measure and record the length. Visual inspection, it is the only visual operation process. That means he will see the components from all the directions. That means once the component is located for the inspection purpose, that operator or that particular man, he will see that particular component from all the directions. Maybe he will see from the top, he will see from the bottom, he will see from the right side, he will see from the left side. So all that particular visual operation will be taking place in this particular rectangle symbol. And after that he will take some of the measuring equipments, maybe vernier, maybe he will take some gauges, maybe some scales, and that measuring and recording length, it will be taking place in this particular operation number 4. Then operation number 4, the operation number 5, it represents the put the inspection seal. Once your operation is over, you have to give the information like that now your inspection is over. So for that purpose, again that operation is represented by this particular operation number 5, which indicates that put the inspection seal. Maybe you will give some of the inspection seals, or you maybe give some of the tags, and that particular tag we have to attach to that particular component. Or maybe if one seal is given, that seal we have to stamp on that particular component, means we can say that the inspection of that particular product is over. Means here also that particular man is doing their particular task. And once the inspection is put on that particular that component is moving towards the storage device, or that operator itself, he take that particular component in his hand and he will start moving towards the store to keep that particular components. So through this particular man type flow process charts, whatever the 3 symbols are represented, one symbol is represented for the transportation, okay, then circle is also represented as the operation, and one time there is a inspection is also represented. So through this particular man type of flow process charts, we can easily understood that whatever the movements are taking place by that particular man for taking the component, for receiving the components, then he is performing some of the operations on that particular component, and also he is performing some of the visual inspection also on that particular component. all the movements, transport movements from one location to the another location, activities performed by the man on that particular job, number of inspection performed by that particular man on that particular job, all that particular movements of the mans are recorded by using this particular man type of the flow process charts. And at the end you can see the summary is also represented. At the bottom side the summary is represented. So the first one is a operation, then second one is a inspection, and third one is a transportation. How many operations are performed by the man? That is 5 operations are performed on that particular job. How many times inspection will be taking place? Only 1 times inspection will be taking place. How many times the man is moved from one place to the another place? That is 3 times he has to move from one place to the another place. That means through this particular man type of a flow process charts, we can easily get that how many times operation will be performed on that particular job, how many times inspection will be taking place, and how many times that particular man has to move from one location to the another location. So in this particular chart, only movement of the man or the movement of the workers are represented. Here there is no any movement of the machine is represented. The movement of the product or the movement of the material is not represented by using this particular chart. So whatever the number of symbols are represented in the vertical direction, whatever the number of symbols are represented in the vertical directions, all that particular movements are applicable only for the man. Not a single movement is related to the material or the product, or not a single movement is related to the machine or the equipments. All the operations are performed by the man are represented by using this particular chart. All the inspections performed is also represented by using the same charts. All the transports, man moving from one location to the another location, that activities are also represented by using this particular chart. Therefore this chart is called as a man type of the flow process charts. So it represents during the inspection of the component, during the inspection of the components, whatever the activities performed by that particular operator, or whatever the movements are performed by that particular operator, all those movements are represented by using this particular man type of the flow process chart. So this is the first type of the flow process charts in which only movements or the activities of the mans are represented. Now we'll discuss about the second type. What is the second type? Material type. Means it represents the movements of the material. Now here your raw material is converted into the finished goods. Your raw material is converted into the finished goods, but while converting that raw material into the finished goods, whatever the movements are taking place by that particular raw material, that movements are represented by using this particular material type of a flow process charts. So which example I have considered? Again, I have considered the same example, that is inspection of the component. Again, here I have considered inspection of the component. Again, I have to go for the inspection of the components. Now previous charts, activities represented by the man are represented, but during the inspection the material is also moving from one location to the another location, then from second location to the third location. So all those particular movements are represented by using this particular material type of the flow process charts. Now the first symbol you can see delay. The first symbol is the delay. It is represented at the center point 1. Delay means your material is waiting for the man. See, delay means your material is waiting for the man. In the previous type, in the man type of chart, already we have represented one movement. The man is moving towards that particular component to pick up that particular component. So this is the movement of that particular man. But in the man type of flow process charts, the movements of the materials are not represented. But here, the movements of the material only it is represented. Therefore, the first symbol is represented by the delay. Delay means waiting for the man. Means your material, your raw material or your product is waiting for the man, means there is a delay in the operation. Therefore, the first it will be start with the delay operation. Then second, transportation. What it indicates? To the inspection department. Means here the movement of the material is taking place. Means from one location to the inspection department, your material start moving. See, second symbol is represented by the transportation. What is the second symbol represents? Transportation. And what is the meaning of that? To the inspection department. Means already that man has taken the component in his hand and he start moving towards the inspection department. But here, instead of representing the movement of the man, here I am representing the movement of the material. The material is in hand of the that particular worker, but here we have to represent the movement of the material only. Okay, so here that movement is represented by the second symbol, that is transport. Means your material is start moving towards the inspection department. Then third operation, set on the bench. Means whatever once that material is reached to the inspection department, we have to set that particular material on the bench. That means the current position of that particular material is on that particular bench for the inspection purpose. Man will set that particular component on that particular bench. That movement we have recorded, movement of that particular man, it is represented by using the previous chart. But here we have to represent the activities of that particular material only. So once that particular material reach to the inspection department, their current position on that particular bench only. Then the fourth operation, inspection. The inspection will be carried out by using that particular man, but here there is no any movement of the material. Inspection means the inspection procedures start going on. Means whatever the operator is present to that particular material, whatever the man is present near to that particular raw material, he is performing their task. But here need not required to represent the movement of that particular operator. Only here the inspections are represented. Then the fourth operation, measure the dimensions. So whatever the task is performed on that particular material, means by using the standard measuring equipments, we are performing operation. Which operation? Measuring the dimensions. So we'll take the vernier caliper, you will take that particular gauges, you will take some of the another measuring devices, and by using that particular measuring devices, we are measuring the dimensions of that particular product. But here we have to represent only task performed on that particular material only. Therefore here the fifth symbol represents that measuring the dimension. So this particular fifth symbol means this circle represents the measuring the dimensions on that particular material or on that particular product. Then sixth operation, again it is represented by the same symbol, that is operation number 3. What it indicates? Stamped. Once all the dimensions are measured, we have to give one stamp on that particular material, that is inspection is over. Once the task is performed on that particular material related to the inspection, after that you have to give one stamp on that particular material. The stamp will be given by that particular operator. The stamp will be given by that particular operator. But here we have to represent the task performed on that particular material only. त्यामुळे आपण स्टॅम्प कशावर देणार आहे तर it will be given on that particular material only. Therefore the stamping operations we have to perform on that particular material, and then your material will be start moving towards the store. So second last symbol, after the stamping is over, after the inspection is over, now your material will be start moving towards the storage. Maybe it will be moved by using that particular operator, or maybe it will be moved through the material handling equipments. But only we have to think that movement of the material from that particular inspection department to the storage device, and at the end your material will be stored in the storage. So whatever the last symbol is represented, it is related to the storage, means it will say that now your material is kept in the storage devices, or it will be kept in that particular store department. So how many symbols are used to represent the movement of the material? First one is the operation. How many times it is there? 3 times, or 3 operations are performed on that particular material. Then second symbol, transport. How many movement is taking place from one location to the another locations? That is 2 times the material will be moved from one location to the another location. Then third one, inspection. How many times inspection will be taking place? There is only one time inspection will be taking place on that particular material. And last, it represents the storage. So at the end, once the inspection will be over, then we have to keep that particular inspected component or the inspected material into the storage device, and at one times only we have to keep that particular component in the storage device. So through this particular material type of a flow process charts, only task performed on the material or movements taking place by that particular materials are represented. Whatever the activities performed by the man on that particular material during inspection, please keep in mind, during inspection, whatever the activities performed by that particular man are not represented by using this particular material type of a flow process chart. But during the inspection, whatever the movements are taking place by that particular material from one location to the another location, whatever measurements we have done on that particular material, whatever the inspections we have done on that particular material, then again whatever the movement is taking place from the inspection department to the store department, all the movements performed on the material only are represented by using this particular second type of material flow process charts. Therefore, this particular chart is called as a material type of a flow process chart, in which it represents only movements of the material. So if I will compare this man type of a flow process chart and this material type of a flow process chart, in man type, during inspection, in both the charts, application is same. काय application आहे? Inspection of the component. But during inspection, movements taking place by the man are represented by using this particular chart number 1. Movements taking place by that particular man during inspection are represented by this particular chart number 1. But movements taking place by that particular material during inspection, in man type also we have to go for the inspection, in material type of chart also we have to go for the inspection. But in man type, during inspection the movements of the mans are represented, but in second type, during inspection the movements of the materials are represented. So these are the 2 examples or the 2 types of charts, that is man type of a flow process charts in which the activities of mans are represented, and the material type of flow process charts in which the movements or the activities of the materials are represented. And then third one is a equipment type. Equipment type means whatever the equipments, whatever the machines we are using to convert the raw material into the finished goods, that all the activities, all the operations, I am saying all the activities, all the operations performed by that particular machine or equipment, it is represented by using this particular equipment process charts. And this chart is very simple to understand. So if I have to convert the raw material into the finished goods, I have to perform the operation. So here I have taken one example. Which example? Whatever we have discussed in the operation process chart, that is manufacturing of axle and the manufacturing of the nut. Manufacturing of axle and the manufacturing of nut, both the components are manufactured by using the single machine only. Both the components are manufactured by using the single machine only. Initially, I have manufactured the nut. I will take the raw material of 15 mm diameter. I will locate that particular job on that particular machine. But here, the movement of the material, movement of the man, movement of material from that particular one location to the another location, or movement of man, which movement I have to fix that particular job on that particular machine. So that movement is also not represented by using this particular equipment type of flow process charts. Only operations performed by that particular equipments are represented. So first I will start manufacturing of the nut. So now component is hold on that particular machine, all the things are hold. Now the machine will start the operation, that is facing. First operation is facing. Then second, we have to go for the inspection. Manual inspection we have to go for. So this is also task which is performed by that particular equipments. Then after the inspection, we have to go for the threading. Again, the threading is the operation which is performed by the equipment only. Again, for the threading, I have to go for some of the visual inspection. Then after that, I have to go for the champering. Means your nut is manufactured. Then I will release that particular nut. I will take that particular manufactured nut from that particular machine. I will insert the new component. That means after the manufacturing of nut, I have to go for the manufacturing of the axle. So whatever the raw material is required for the manufacturing of the axle, that raw material I will be fixed on that particular machine. So that fixing movement, whatever the movement is taking place by that particular man, it is not represented by using this particular equipment process charts. Now the raw material required for manufacturing the axle, it is located on the machine. Now the operation is start. Initial turning operation will be performed. Then we have to go for the visual inspection. Then again machining of the head, we have to go for the manufacturing. Again we have to go for the inspection. After that, again that machine or that equipment will perform the threading operation. After the threading operations, we have to go for the inspection. After the inspection, at the end we have to go for the champering operation. That means while converting the raw material into the finished goods, whatever the operations are performed by that particular equipment, or whatever the operations performed by that particular machine, only those operations are represented by using this particular equipment type flow process chart. In this particular chart, the movement of material from one location to the another location, or the movement of material from one machine to the another machine is not represented. In addition to that, the movement of the operator or the movement of man to fix that particular component, to release that particular component, to take that particular component, or to receive that particular component, all the movements performed by the man or the operators are also not represented by using this particular third type of chart. Only operations along with some inspection, because sometimes after performing the operations we have to go some visual inspection whether your operations are performing in the good directions or not. Therefore, along with that particular operations, sometimes the inspections are also provided. But in this particular type, there is no any movement of the material is represented. There is no any movement of the operator is also not represented. Only operations performed by that particular equipment or the machines are represented by using this particular equipment type or the machine type of flow process chart. So these are the three subtypes of the flow process charts. In that, the first one is a man type, means it represents the activities performed by man during the inspection of the component. Then during the inspection of the component, movement of the material is represented by using this particular material type of a flow process chart. So in the type number 1 and the type number 2, task is same. In the type number 1 and in number 2, task is same, but same task is performed by material also as well as same task the man also. But during man type, I have the movements of the man only, and and during the material type, I have represented the movements of the material only. And at the end, the summary is very important. So at the end, you have to represent the summary also. And the third type is totally different, in which the number of actions performed by particular equipment are represented, and through this particular type number 3 you will get the sequence of operation. You can see in the nut manufacturing, initially we have to go for the facing, after facing we have to go for threading, after threading we have to go for the champering. Means during the nut manufacturing you will get the proper sequence of operation. Similarly at the left side, during the manufacturing of axle, initially I have to go for the turning, after turning I have to go for the machining of the head. After the machining of head, again I have to go for the threading on the axle. After threading, I have to go for the champering. That means through this particular chart, you will get the proper sequence of operation during the manufacturing of axle or during the manufacturing of nut. Therefore, this flow process chart is also useful to set or to fix the sequence of the operation. In addition to that, after performing some of the operations, if the inspection is required, that inspection is also represented by the equipment type of flow process chart. It is not possible after converting the raw material into the finished goods. The inspection is possible, but sometimes as per the requirement of that particular product, after performing 2 or 3 operations, we have to go for the inspection. Again, after performing 2-3 operations, again we have to go for the inspection. Therefore, after performing 1 hour operation, 2 operations, 3 operations, the inspection symbol is also represented in this particular 3 types of equipment type of flow process chart, in which you will get the sequence of operation to manufacture that product, as well as you will get the locations of the inspections. Therefore, this equipment flow process chart plays very important role to convert the raw material into the finished goods. So this is about the basic 3 types of the flow process chart, that is man type, material type, and the equipment type. The equipment type chart is also called as a machine type of flow process chart. And this is the summary. The summary is also represented for the equipment type of flow process. In 2 symbols are there. What is the operation, which is represented by the circle, and second one is the inspection. What will be the frequency? So how many operations are performed? Total 8 operations are performed on the nut and the bolt. And after performing the operations, if I have to go for some of the inspections, so 6 times I have to go for the inspection. But to perform the operations, how much amount of time is required? Total 24 minutes are required to perform the operation, and total 6 minutes are required. Total 6 minutes are required to perform the inspection. That means maximum time is required for the operations, and less than that particular operation, only 6 minutes are required to go for the inspection, and total 30 minutes are required to convert the raw material into the finished products or the finished goods. So like that, this particular summary also you have to represent after that particular flow process. So through this particular summary also you will get the detailed information, how much amount of time is required for operation, how much time is required for inspection. So this is the summary for equipment type or machine type of flow process charts. Now discuss about the two-handed process chart. Two-handed process chart. What it indicates, the name itself suggests that. What is meant by the two-handed process chart? The two-handed process, the name itself suggests that whatever the activities performed by the left hand or whatever the activities are performed by the right hand simultaneously. So activities of the left hand and activities of the right hand are also represented by using the some of the standard charts. That chart is called as a two-handed. As we know that some of the tasks are there in which we have to use your left hand also, and we have to use your right hand also. And the task performed by that particular left hand is also in this particular one of the charts, and during the same operation, whatever the task right hand, that task is also presented by using particular chart. In a single task, if the movement of the left hand is taking place as well as the movement of the right hand is also taking place, both the movements are represented by using this particular left hand and the right hand. Therefore, this particular chart is called as a two-handed process chart. Because sometimes while doing the operation, your left hand is used. Okay. So while doing some of the operations, sometimes your left hand is useful for holding the job only, and right hand is useful for doing the operation. Sometimes your right hand is required for holding the job only, and by using the left hand, we are doing the some of the operation. That means simultaneously, the movement of the left hand is also taking place, and the movement of the right hand is also taking place. So in order to represent the movements taking place by the left hand and the right hand simultaneously for the single task, so that movements are represented by using the two-handed process chart. So whatever the chart is in front of you, so in case of a two-handed process chart, we have to draw the two charts. One chart is for the left hand, so here it is represented left hand chart, that is chart number 1, and at the right side, whatever the movements are taking place by the right hand, that two movements or that right hand movements are represented by using this particular two-handed process chart. So whatever the task I have given, I have taken the task as a assembly of nut and bolt. If I have to go for the assembly of the nut and bolt, so during that assembly, by using the single hand only, the assembly is not possible. By using the right hand only, the assembly is not possible. By using left key, the assembly is not possible. So during that particular assembly, we have to use your left hand also. We have to use our right hand also. So first of all, simultaneously the movements are taking place. So first task is reach to the bolt, reach to the nut. So what we'll do? Your left hand is moving towards the bolt, your right hand is moving towards the nut for pick up them. आपल्याला जर असेंबली करायची असेल तर पहिल्यांदा काय करावं लागेल? पहिल्यांदा तुम्हाला लेफ्ट हँड मध्ये बोल्ट घ्यावा लागेल आणि राईट हँड मध्ये तुम्हाला काय घ्यावं लागेल? नट घ्यावा लागेल. सो द फर्स्ट टास्क इज रिप्रेझेंटेड बाय द ट्रान्सपोर्ट सिम्बॉल. यू कॅन सी transport means your left hand is moving towards the bolt to pick up it, and your right hand is moving towards the nut to pick up that particular nut. Then second operation we are performing, grasp the bolt, means that particular man take that particular bolt in his hand. Similarly, same man, he will take that particular nut in his your hand. Therefore the second is represented by the operation. That means that man is performing one operation on that particular nut and bolt. Therefore it is represented by the circle. Then again the third symbol is represented by the transport. You can see the third symbol is represented by the transport, means you have to take that particular bolt at the center position, and you have to take that particular nut also at the center position. That means nut and bolt should be in front of each other. Whatever the center of the nut is there and the center of the bolt is there, they are coaxial to the each other. जर ते एकमेकाच्या समोर असतील, then only there is a possibility of assembly. Okay, now the nut and bolt are in front of each other, and then your left hand is stationary. You can see here in the left hand hold operation is there, and during that hold place the nut on the bolt. Now your bolt is stationary in the left hand, and I will put that particular nut on the bolt. Again, second, again, left hand is in stationary position, means hold, and whatever the nut I have placed on that particular bolt, I will start screwing. I will rotate that particular nut, maybe in clockwise direction or maybe in anti-clockwise direction. That means assembly is going on. बघा, आपण नट आणि बोल्ट जर हातामध्ये घेतला तर आपण पहिल्यांदा बोल्ट स्टेशनरी ठेवतो, नट त्याच्यावर ठेवतो आणि नट काय करतो, फिरवतो. दॅट मीन्स ओनली मुवमेंट ऑफ द राईट हँड इज टेकिंग प्लेस, बट ऍट द सेम टाइम is totally stationary. Once the screwing is over, I will transfer that particular nut and bolt assembly to the right hand. त्याची असेंबली झाली तर मी काय करतो, लेफ्ट हँड मधून तो नट अँड बोल्ट घेतो. It will be now in only right hand only, and I will keep that particular nut and bolt assembly in one of the box, and further process will be taking place. That means once your assembly is over, I will transfer that particular assembly to the right hand. Here it is represented to the left-handed process charts. And then I will take that particular assembly. I will take that particular assembly towards the box. It is represented by the transport symbol. Then I will release that particular assembly from my hand. I will take that particular assembly. I will put in the word box. For putting that particular box, I will release that particular assembly, and again my hand comes to its my original position. म्हणजे एकदा का तुमची असेंब्ली झाली की तुमचं लेफ्ट हँडचं काम झालं. ओनली राईट हँड मध्ये मी ती असेंब्ली घेणार, एका बॉक्स मध्ये ठेवणार. बॉक्स मध्ये ठेवताना मी ती असेंब्ली रिलीज करणार. रिलीज केल्यानंतर मी माझा जो काय राईट हँड आहे, दॅट राईट हँड आय हॅव टू टेक माय इट्स ओरिजिनल पोझिशन. त्यामुळं एकदा असेंब्ली तयार झाली की फक्त राईट हँडच्याच मुवमेंट जास्तीत जास्त झालेल्या आहेत, पण लेफ्ट हँडच्या जर मुवमेंट बघितल्या तर तुमचा फक्त डिले आलेला आहे. लेफ्ट साईडला जर तुम्ही बघितलं तो 2 वेळा तुमचा काय झालेला आहे, डिले आलेला आहे. म्हणजे युअर लेफ्ट हँड इज इन स्टेशनरी पोझिशन ओनली. देर इज नो एनी मुवमेंट टेकिंग प्लेस फॉर द लेफ्ट हँड आफ्टर द असेंब्ली, but there is a movement is taking place for the right hand only after the assembly. So during this particular assembly, whatever the movement is taking place by the left hand and whatever the movement is taking place for the right hand, that both the movements are represented by using this particular two-handed process charts. And you can assume that particular things. If I have to go for the assembly of nut and bolt, I will take the bolt first, then I will take the nut, then I will take them in front of each other. Now for the assembly purpose, I have to fix the bolt and I have to rotate the nut. If I have to fix the bolt, means I have to keep my left hand as a stationary and my right hand is only working. That means I will rotate that particular nut maybe clockwise direction or maybe in anti-clockwise direction. Once the assembly is over, the movement of the left hands are also over. I will take that particular assembly from the left hand. I will keep that particular assembly in one box, and then that right hand is also come to its original position. That means to perform the single task only, the movements of the left hand is also taking place and the movement of the right hand is also taking place, and that movement are represented by using one of the charts. Therefore this chart is called as a two-handed process chart. Name itself suggests two-handed process charts means the movement of the left hand and the movement of the right hands are also recorded simultaneously. Therefore this chart is called as a two-handed process charts. Okay, so with this today we will stop here. The remaining part we will see in the next lecture.